Now, when the Money in Bank concept was first introduced to the WWE in WrestleMania 21, I thought it was like a really great concept and a really good tradition for WrestleMania. But then over the years, I just noticed that as much as it's still somewhat exciting, it started to lose value, in my opinion. Like, it started to lose its importance because of WWE's decision of trying to improve it or something like that. But sometimes I feel that their choices of improving it was kind of diluting it in a way. So I'm going to give you my top 5 reasons as to why the Money in the Bank ladder match lost its value for me. And why top 5 and not top 10 or 20 or 30, because I believe less is more, and I think it's a lot easier to follow. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to start from 5 and to the number 1 reason. So number 5, more than 6 participants. I mean, here's my thought. You know, when they first introduced it, it started off with 6 people, and I thought that it was easy to actually, you know, pay attention to every single person, and there was not those points where like every person like to get a huge move onto them, and then all of a sudden they're out of the match for like 2 or 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden do another spot. It was very well organized with the first one, and then they started adding more people to the point it was 8, then to 7, then to even 10, which I thought that was overkill. And like I said, you know, when Kane was in it, and I see Kane get hit with a ladder, and all of a sudden he's out of the match for about 2 or 5 minutes, and I was thinking to myself, I've seen Kane in worse match than this, and he was never out for that long. And so it kind of made the match kind of like choreographed in a way when you have more than 6 people, and I thought that 6 people was just enough. And that's the problem with WWE. They don't know when they don't know the concept less is more when it comes to these kinds of concepts that actually makes money. You know, and that's my opinion. I think they should have left it to 6. So that way it also makes it a little bit prestigious that only a select few can be in these type of matches and stuff like that. Instead of like, oh, almost everybody has been in the Money in the Bank ladder match, you know, so. Alright, the number 4 reason is they made it into a pay-per-view. When I first heard this, that they were going to make it into a pay-per-view, I did not agree with it. I didn't agree with it at all. I felt that this should have been a WrestleMania event. You know what I mean? This should be a tradition. And also gives guys the opportunity to, you know, be part of WrestleMania. Like some of the mid-carders and stuff like that. Now, some of these mid-carders who actually have a chance to be stars are now, when it comes to WrestleMania, either not in WrestleMania or doing a pre-show like a Battle Royal or something like that, which technically they're still performing WrestleMania, but not the actual pay-per-view. And that's also part of number 3. You know, number 3 is that it's not on WrestleMania. Like I said, it should have been a tradition, and the fact of having it as a pay-per-view is just like, WWE, what the hell are you doing? You know what I mean? Now, the number 2 reason why I think it lost value is the fact that they have 2 ladder matches in one night. Now, this was just the same argument I had, I think about a year ago, about one Elimination Chamber had only one Elimination Chamber match, and a lot of people were complaining about it, and I felt like this is perfect. You know, it should be just one Elimination Chamber match. Just like I felt it should be just one Money in the Bank match in one night. Because if you think about it, the whole concept is this. 6 to 10 people going in there, trying to climb down to get the briefcase. Someone's going to do a crazy stunt, which is actually the only thing that people is going to look for. And people are going to use the ladders to hit each other. Rinse and repeat. Pretty much. And it gets to a point where like you have one Money in the Bank ladder match at one moment of the night, and then you're gonna have another one which people are gonna like say they're gonna try to compete each other, see who does it better and stuff like that. I don't want to see 2 Money in the Bank ladder matches because I think it's overkill. I thought it was overkill. Maybe there's some people think like, oh, this is awesome and stuff like that. I want to see really special stunts, especially the times when Shelton Benjamin was there and Kofi Kingston, and even John Morrison has done crazy things during these ladder matches. But I really felt that it should have just been one, and I think one would have been enough. instead of having two. And the reason why they had two is because you had one for the WWE Championship and one for the World Heavyweight Championship, which gets to number one reason. To have two freaking winners. Why have two freaking winners? You know, the WWE has pretty much dropped the ball on this, to have two winners. One that is designated to go after the WWE Champion, and one that's designated to go after the World Heavyweight Champion. Why not have just one, to where that person can choose whoever they want without the champion knowing, the champions knowing that this guy might come after me. This guy can kind of like look at, in the back of their shoulders and stuff like that. You know, they kind of look behind and it's like, who's he going to come after? But now when you have two, they're going to expect, okay, well, I know CM Punk might come after me at the end of my match to capitalize on it and stuff like that. They really dropped a big, huge opportunity to make a good storyline out of this. You know, they could have had this guy come out and say, I'm coming after you, and then go out to another champion and say, I'm coming after you. Could have been a great storyline for that, but instead, it just made it very predictable that, oh yeah, he's going to go after this person. He's going to go after that person. Well, Randy Orton's going to come after that guy because he's the Money in the Bank winner and stuff like that. So, that's pretty much one of the reasons why I feel that it's so watered down and it lost a lot of value, in my opinion. But at the same time, you know, it's exciting to watch, but again, I live on the whole concept of less is more. The less, the better. You know what I mean? And that's the whole point of this whole video, is that I feel that WWE has a big, huge habit of trying to overdo certain concepts that is going to make the money. Don't get me wrong, it does make money. It does put butts in seats. But for me, it's just, when it comes to gimmick matches, there has to have a reason why they're doing it. And less is freaking more. You got what I'm saying, guys? So, what do you guys think? Do you agree with me, or do you think that Money in the Bank is good the way it is, having its own pay-per-view? And seeing that now we only have one champion, what do you guys think about having just one Money in the Bank ladder match now? Again, feel free to comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and see where it goes from there. Alright guys, take care.